Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as Bitcoin traders see 70,000 Bitcoin price as the market trims the Fed rate, cut bets. Also breaking news, according to Max Keiser, BRICS will announce a gold-backed USD killer at their conference. For every $1 gold moves, Bitcoin moves $20. Also, Bitcoin ETFs hit the whopping $20 billion milestone as the price remains where we're currently at. But we are in October, so don't get it twisted. Also, 5 reasons why Trump's World Liberty financial token crashed and burned. That's right. It effectively crashed like 93% within 24 hours from the launch. It's pretty mind-boggling. We'll also be discussing Bitfinex hacker should get 5 years jail for the 120,000 Bitcoin heist, at least according to the feds. We'll also be discussing 94% of Asian private wealth is investing or considering investing in crypto. I'll be breaking down this report, as well as Bitcoin stochastic breakout puts the Bitcoin price action above $500,000. I'll be sharing the timeline, as well as the latest analysis from TA Trader Allen, as well as Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What's good in the hood? Make some noise. We're streaming live and in the flesh right now. We're on X, we're on Rumble, and we're on YouTube. There's a try stream. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. I'm going to be sharing the latest technical analysis, all the latest headlines, all what is significant in the market. Shout out Ashley. Good to have you here. Shout out Leash Waked. What's good? Shout out Juan Espino. Good to have you live on the stream. We're also going to be premiering a brand new music video that Chandy created for us for the full moon, which I'm excited to share with you guys. So stick around. Shout out that calloused Asian. Good to have you here, family. Shout out Israel or Ismail. Sheesh, what up? The daily Bukele Fam Club stream, says Ismail. Well, we definitely representing and showing our support to El Salvador. You know how we do. Welcome y'all joining the stream. Let me know where you're tuned in from. I'm going to be, again, streaming for the next couple of hours. This is live and interactive, so very important. Let me know where you're from. And shout out Max Keiser. I appreciate the repost. And anyone who reposts this stream on X with a quote or a comment, you're going to get shouted out as well. So thank you.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating it. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome the rest of the fam. Just joining the stream. Good to see you, McFoofinator. There she is. Shout out Chandy10 Music. Make sure to subscribe to her channel. And for you guys, I pinned the stream at the top of the X profile. That way it's super easy to find. So it'll be easy to repost and share. Shout out Boss33 and anyone else reposting the stream. Much appreciated. Crypto Goddess, Chandy10 Music, Decentralized Marksman. Thank you, family. Much appreciated. Boss wrote, Crypto News Alerts is now live. Tune in for the best show in crypto. Much appreciated. Yeah, I did just see a lot of breaking news coming in. Also, I just saw the person who allegedly hacked the SEC. It says here, FBI arrests Alabama man for hacking the SEC's X account in January to post a fake ETF approval. Pretty wild. Wild times we're living in, family. Wild times. Also, another breaking news. I think XRP, well, I should say the SEC, they submitted the appeal for the lawsuit versus Ripple Labs, which is XRP, 7 minutes before the deadline last night. So a lot of the XRP investors were very hopeful that they missed the deadline, that they'd have to drop the appeal and it would get dismissed. No. Within 7 minutes from the deadline, it was submitted, which is wild. Shout out Mascro Stiff. What's good, brother? Welcome to the stream. Ahoy, Bitcoin Pirate Crew. It's Thirsty Thursday. That's right. I got my ginger love. Nothing like lemon and ginger mixed. It's so good. I love lemon juice. I love ginger juice. And they got a little pineapple in here, too, as well as cayenne pepper. Don't get no more lit than that. Yeah, let me know where you feel the price action will likely take us. We're about to pull up our market watch, and then we'll do the TA. We'll pull up some of the live charts. We did hit 68 yesterday. Not quite got to 69, but we're fast approaching. We're not far away from price discovery, which is currently sitting at 73.8. But anyways, fam, if you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes, then go ahead and subscribe. It's free to do so. Then hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day like this. Today is pod episode 1790. I'm your host, JV. It's October 17th, 2024. We got Bitcoin trading at roughly 67,005. We did tap 68.2 just yesterday as we're fast approaching price discovery mode here in October. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. As you can see on Coin 360. It shows you Bitcoin at roughly 67.5, down 0.5% on the day. We have Ether up roughly 0.5%, trading it back above 2,600, while BNB, Ton, Leo, and the majority of the alts correcting and in the red. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at $2.32 trillion. The Bitcoin specific market cap is $1.33 trillion. We got 70 billion worth of volume in the past 24 hours, meaning volume is down 25%. And the Bitcoin dominance is maintained in 57.6%, with the Ether dominance 13.7%. Checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, we got PopCat up 10%, followed by Mu up 6%, followed by Injective up almost 6%. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for this particular bull? Let me know. And checking out the crypto bubbles on the day. Safe to say, I'd say 60-40, red over green. And for the month, well, we like to see this. 90% of the market in the green and pumping overall crypto market. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're still in greed. Yesterday was a 73, today a 71. Last week a 39 in fear, and last month a 33 in fear. And checking out the time chain calendar, we have 183,931 blocks yet to go into the next halving, 2028. And currently we're on block 866,069. And you can currently exchange $1 US for 1,490 Satoshis. So stack them sats accordingly. And welcome, y'all. What do you feel the October target is? Where do you think we'll land in the next couple of weeks for the monthly close? Do let me know. Shout out Gratefulness. Good to have you here, broski. Bitcoin sits 9% below the all-time high set on March 14th, 2024. Word up. There's the Oracle. We've been missing you. Pleasure to have you here. It's never the same without the Oracle. So we got the Oracle. We got Chandy. We got the fam. We got Surge. We got the mods in the building representing. Good afternoon, family. What's up, JV? Let me get to the reposting. Thank you for the reminder. Again, anyone who reposts gets shouted out and repost it right back live and in the flesh. Here's some proof of work. Angry Man put the Nippinator is live with a blunt. Exactly how the Nippinator gets down. And thank you, Angry Man. And proof of work, I'm going to follow you back. Anyone who reposts my streams gets followed back. My account has almost 35,000 followers. Shout out Diana Jones, Crypto Live. Appreciate it. Just reposted you. Shout out the one and only Chandy, Chandy 10 Music. We're going to be premiering a brand new music video of hers in a little bit. Appreciate you. She wrote the best of the daily Bitcoin pod is live now. Join JB and the CNA fam. Thank you. Hackmaster Pro, appreciate it. And again, Boss 33. Shout out Max Kaiser. Always greatly appreciate the reposts. Shout out to the entire fam out there in El Salvador holding it down. But welcome, y'all. Just joining the stream. Lots of headlines, lots of news, lots of exciting times. This is the exciting time of the market. This is the moment we have all been waiting for patiently. In the last 4 trading days, Bitcoin ETFs booked 1.5 billion. I saw that. BlackRock alone, their volume was like 5,000 Bitcoin inflows. Keep it in mind, what's the block miner rewards down to? Like 450 Bitcoin or something minimal. But there's 10x the volume, just BlackRock on a daily basis. So talk about a supply shock. Also, the Bitcoin supply is at a multi-year low on the exchanges. So you already know what's coming next. Nice, some new Chandy coming. You got it. Stay tuned. Shout out Saga, Alpha Club, and the rest of the fam. Let's continue with the news. Here's the latest technical analysis. We'll also be pulling up some of the live charts. Bitcoin trader sees 70,000 Bitcoin price as the market trims the Fed rate. Cut bets. Here you're looking at the 1 hour chart. Bitcoin drifted lower into the October 17 Wall Street Open as U.S. jobless claims increased caution over the interest rate cuts. TradingView tracked the cool day for Bitcoin price after a spike to an 11-week high we hit yesterday of 68.4, hovering around 67,000 at this time. Bitcoin weathered mixed U.S. unemployment data showing jobless claims coming in below expectations of 258,000, while ongoing claims conversely offered a slightly higher tally than predicted. As a result, market confidence reduced as the scale of rate cuts are likely to be enacted by the Fed in the coming months. As you can see here, odds overwhelmingly favored a 0.25% downshift at the Fed's November meeting, per the latest statistics from the CME Group's FedWatch tool. Elsewhere, the European Central Bank, led by Christine Lagarde, delivered its anticipated 0.25% cut on the day with no immediate macroeconomic catalyst in play. Attention amongst Bitcoin participants focused on the U.S. presidential election coming the same week as the Fed meeting, quoting QCP Capital here. While the U.S. election is the next key catalyst for Bitcoin and crypto, markets remain uncertain as to where Bitcoin will go post-elections. Options expiring near the election are trading at a 10% premium compared to other expiries. With everyone's focus on the election, any change in the polls or either candidate's campaign narrative will be amplified in the spot prices. And a little later, I'll be sharing with you the latest poly market data as far as the bets. So who's the favorite? And I'll just give you a little hint. Trump is leading drastically, well over 20%, and the gap continues to widen by the day. We'll be covering that in a little bit. And while analyzing the short-term price action, options were mixed on whether the bulls could sustain the current momentum. Quoting another analyst here, the recent short squeeze has mostly played out. On the bullish side, there is only one significant toxic level left for 2024 at 71.3. Given a trade range of 60,200 to 71.3, there is potential for another push towards 73. Again, the current all-time high is 73.8, but that would lead to another correction towards 60,000 and deleverage of the market again. Meanwhile, CoinGlass showed ask liquidity increasing at around 68, while clustering around 68.5, just above the previous day's high. Plenty of voices nonetheless favored the sprint beyond the old 2021 all-time high of 69,000, as Jeff Moore shares here a very bullish outlook, and I'm going to be sharing very bullish outlooks from Plan B as well as Alan as well here. So we're going to save that for a little later. And here's some other news breaking. Max Kaiser tweeted, BRICS will announce a gold-backed USD killer at their conference, and for every $1 gold moves, Bitcoin moves $20. How do you like that? So there you go, yo. And pulling up some of the live charts. This is live and in the flesh right now, the 1 hour chart via TradingView via Coinbase, which is the largest exchange here in the States. You should be able to see cleanly here on your screen. We're currently trading above $67,266 at the time of the live. We do have some bullish momentum in the charts. We do have a right shoulder pattern. We do have a bottom target need to be aware of as well, sitting just shy of 65,000. And zooming out from the hourly chart, here's live and in the flesh. The 4 hour chart, one of my favorite charts, we do have that massive blue target, which would send us to a new all-time high at $81,300. We also have a rising wedge formation, clearly. And we do have a bottom target of 48,000 on the 4 hour. Zooming out from there, let's check out the 1 day chart. 1 day chart looking extremely bullish. Rising wedge formation. We've had, roughly 7 green consecutive daily closes minus one itty bitty corrective red candle. So things are looking pretty good as well on the daily chart, but we do have a bottom target. You need to be on your radar here at 48,000. And zooming out from there, the most bullish chart right now is the 1 week. We do have that cup and handle target still sitting at 123,800. I personally feel that's in play here for Q4 between now and December. Let me know if you agree or disagree and where you feel the price action will likely take us next. And yeah, that's the 1 week. And let's just also pull up the 1 month really quick. The 1 month chart shows you we've had 7 months of sideways trading action. And prior to that, we had 7 months of green candle closes. Will we continue that green Godzilla momentum here in Q4, October? You let me know, fam, and I'll read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. William Norris, when you realize Bitcoin is the only currency whose values increase over time, it is like a bright orange bulb clicking on over your head. It is the Tony Soprano yelling, I get it, I get it. Yes, rest in peace to James Gandolfini, who played, the great Tony Soprano. Yes, let's go. Shout out Diana Jones. Good to have you here. Greg says Bitcoin exchange reserves are at a low. Bitcoin mining difficulty near an all-time high. Bitcoin long-term HODL wallets all-time high. Bitcoin is fueled and ready for the takeoff. Amen. Missed you all working too hard and then missed the early show. Here now, body is hurting, but I couldn't miss another day. Well, hope you're feeling better there, Oracle, and appreciate you tuned in. And we definitely been missing you the past couple of days. Tomorrow, FYI, fam, we'll be back to the normal streaming time of 4 p.m. I know I've been early mostly all this week. Bitcoin dominance is high, approximately 55%. Yeah, it's 57.6% according to CoinMarketCap, brother. Lots of Bitcoin interest gets settled on October 2024. There'll be a very large liquidation event called the Short Squeeze, which will propel the Biddy to the stratosphere. Well, what are we waiting for, Biddy? Let's go to that stratosphere, shall we? 70 G's in play.
Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. 70 G's.
You hear that? 70 G's. Shout out JC Ice. Make sure to follow her on X if you're not already following her. And shout out Adam Taylor. JB is live. There is no second best. There's a Bitcoin pod called Cryptonewsalerts, right? Thank you, Adam. Just reposted you, brother. High Priority Network. Appreciate it, brother. Proof of work right there. CNA live. Send it. Just reposted you. Shout out Crypto Surge Steven. We live into the CNA. There is no second best. That's right, brother. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Cosmic Force, already following and watching live now. Thank you, brother. I just followed you back. There's my proof of work. I'm now following you. Appreciate the support. Shout out Eric the Red and shout out Metal Code. JV spitting the hype for the Bulls. Proof of work. We live in this chat. Amen. Well, I just reposted to both of you broskies. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. Let's get a couple of thousand people on the live stream. Let's do it. Let's orange pill the masses as JV continues to sip on the ginger love.
To the moon, lunar landing.
Lunar landing. Send it to 500 already. Now we're talking, Erico. 70,000 this weekend. Very doable. We could have 70 G's before the end of the stream if we share this with enough people. Let's spread the word, yo. If I don't get people hype about Bitcoin, I don't know who's capable of getting them hype. Surge, it'll look like a tornado happened. I'm rebuilding my chicken house. They are doing okay, but they need the coop. Right on. I take it the chicken coop got destroyed by the damage of the hurricane, unfortunately. Hodler Scratch, welcome S-Cash to the live stream. To the moon, Steve, to the moon.
See you
Where no man has gone before. Only the Nippinator's been to the moon.
there soon. They ain't like us.
They not like us. That's a fact. All right, let's get right into the headlines here. ETFs volumes soaring right now. Hit the coveted 20 billion milestone as the headline reads. Bitcoin ETFs hit 20 billion milestone as the price remains stuck in a downtrend. That's right. Spot ETFs of the U.S. reached a significant milestone in these net flows, even as Bitcoin's price remains stuck in a 7-month downtrend. Yeah, it's been pretty wild. We've been bouncing anywhere from 49 as a bottom to like 70 G's for many months. Now, U.S.-based spot Bitcoin ETFs crossed 20 billion in total net flows as of today. The 20 billion is the most difficult metric to grow for ETFs, according to their ETF expert, Eric Balchunas, over at Bloomberg. He shared Bitcoin ETFs have crossed the 20 billion total net flows, the most important number, the most difficult metric to grow in the ETF world for the first time after a huge week of 1.5 billion. So despite the continued ETF inflows, the Bitcoin price has not risen above 68.3. 68.4 since June. The world's first crypto, BTC, remains in a 7-month downtrend since March. That's when we hit the current all-time high of 73.8. It only took U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs 10 months to cross the 20 billion net flow milestone, which suggests significant investor interest. And in contrast, it took gold ETFs approximately 5 years to cross that milestone. So there you go. The proof is in the pudding. Take that, Peter Shifty. the Shiftmeister. Bitcoin ETF inflows started picking up October 11th after 3 consecutive days of net negative outflows. And on the 11th of October, it also brought over $253 million worth of cumulative net inflows, marking the start of the 4-day winning streaks for the ETFs. The US ETFs amassed more than $458 million worth of the biddy just October 16th, which is mind-boggling, again, massive day for BlackRock. Thanks to continued inflows, Bitcoin ETFs surpassed $65 billion in cumulative on-chain Bitcoin holdings, representing 5% of the current Bitcoin circulating supply. 5% of the Bitcoin supply just through the ETFs. Pretty wild. Now, some analysts are predicting a 3-month Bitcoin rally up to 92,000 starting right now in October, which is based on the historical chart patterns of the Bitcoin average monthly returns for the fourth quarter. And during the Bitcoin halving years like this year, Bitcoin has historically rallied for 3 consecutive months following September's downtrend. Historically, it's like 88% Q4 parabolic rise, the year of the halving, which is every 4 years. First halving was 2012, then 2016, then 2020, and we just had the fourth halving April 19th of this year. Bitcoin has averaged 21% returns just in October, 47% in November. Can we call it November? And historically, the best month for the Bitcoin price, 5% average monthly returns in December. I remember December was extremely lit. Remember the 2017 market, and that was when we surged to like 20 G's. And then I recall, I think it was November 10th of 2021, the previous all-time high cycle peak was then. So that was also Q4. So if history is to rhyme, we're sitting pretty right now, fam. During the previous Bitcoin halving year in 2020, the price rose over 27% in October and over 42% in November in a 6-month rally that lasted until March of 2021. Will we have an extended rally all throughout 2025? You let me know your thoughts, fam. And I'll read those comments out loud before we dive into the latest with the Trump dump, with his token collectively crashing 94% within 1 day from the day of launch. I'll be breaking down why and what's going on there. 6 figures soon. Send it, Diana. Yeah, let's skip the 90s. Heck, let's skip to 100. Now we're talking. The more Bitcoin spot price suppressed, the greatest the critical mass big boom is imminent. Imminent. The timing is cool. My son literally just interrupted me listening to the pod to ask me and getting the chickens. Then I read the comments and you're all thinking about chickens. I remember a punchline from a rapper back in the day. They call your mama Roy Jones because she raised chickens. And I grew up a huge Roy Jones fan. I actually watched him fight on my birthday. My uncle bought me some tickets ringside and got to meet Roy Jones and George Foreman and some of the legends in Tampa. It was pretty lit. Baby Josiah, listening to the pod. My goal is to make the pod a familiar, soothing remedy. Well, shout out Baby Josiah, Bitcoin baby born 2 days ago. Very blessed to, have him a part of the fam. There is no second best. Well, let's ask Michael Saylor.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Tell them. But anyways, that's right. We do have a Clips channel for short content. I encourage you to subscribe there. It's clips.cryptonewsalerts.net. And shout out Brian Cisco. I'm checking the feed again. And just as a reminder, anyone who reposts or comments the stream during the live will get shouted out and followed right back. So it's a no-brainer. And you're going to notice the stream already pinned at the top of X. I appreciate it in advance. And if you're on X, I also encourage you guys to visit the YouTube channel and subscribe, and also follow us on the Rumble as we're streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. There's a tri-stream. Let's go. I didn't say they weren't cute. I just said there was a few fries short of a Happy Meal. I love my ducks. It is just that chickens are smarter and more capable of survival. Poor Donald Duck. Right on, JV. I used to fight pro MMA back before it was cool. Oh, that's what's up, brother. Best of luck with the birds. And that's right. Welcome, Baby Josiah, into the CNA fam. Bitcoin fam. Bitcoin kids. Yes. But anyways, keep comments flowing. Let's break down the latest Trump dump with the token. 5 reasons why Trump's World Liberty Financial token crashed and burned. And also in the polls, this is Polymarket. This is actually good. Pro Bitcoin, Trump takes massive lead in the election, up now 23.1% in the odds, according to Polymarket. That means a lot of people are betting on Trump. You can see here all the red states dominating versus the blue. So, and this is very significant because there's money on the line. So this ain't just some made up poll. This is the most accurate poll you're going to find because people are actually wagering money. And this is the biggest one there is when it comes to the wager that I am aware of. So that's pretty significant. Now here, Max posted this yesterday. Trump coin going to zero against Bitcoin on the first day. And when I looked up the coin yesterday, it was down 93% from the all-time high it achieved a day prior when it launched. So let's dive a little deeper into some of the reasoning why this coin is not doing so well. So where shall we start? Trump's token launch was something of a flop. October 16th, Trump launched his World Liberty Financial Token. The token's website claimed it allow investors to gain voting rights over a DeFi protocol. However, after nearly a full day of trading, the token sales have been tepid. As of 10 a.m. Today, the token's website shows that only 848 million WLFI, valued at 12.7 million, on the pre-sale price has been sold, leaving an additional 19 billion coins. Good Lord, which is 287 million unsold. The amount sold on the first day constitutes the 4% of the total. But here are some of the reasons. There were limits on who could purchase the Trump token, unlike most token pre-sales, which are open to anyone and can be purchased anonymously. Only accredited U.S. investors or non-residents could buy the Trump DeFi token. When users first visit the site, they're asked if they live in the U.S. and meet the requirements to be deemed an accredited investor as defined by under the Regulation D under the U.S. SEC Act of 1933, or live outside the USA. Also mentioned buyers are not allowed to get tokens unless they first pass a KYC check to verify their identity. Also, to be accredited, you must earn over $200,000 per year and have a worth of greater than $1 million. So this is literally for the high net worth individuals, as obviously the majority of the people don't make $200,000 a year, let alone have $1 million just sitting in the bank. In fact, what do we call those who treat fiat as a store of value? We call them, you fill in the blank. Now, next factor, WLFI is not transferable or tradable. Unlike most cryptos, it cannot be transferred from one wallet to another. This means the accredited investors cannot sell the token to non-accredited ones, nor can anyone outside the U.S. sell it to a U.S. resident. It's forbidden, so it makes it even more difficult to get it. And the website crashed. You can't make this ish up. Despite selling only a few hundred million tokens, the website could not handle even the small amount of traffic. Some users reported that they were met with this page isn't working message when they attempted to buy the tokens, as outlined here. Trump's token started their pre-sale, raised $5 million, and the site has been offline for 3 hours, apparently. Didn't prepare for the heavy load. What were they thinking? Reminds me of the Coinbase debacle. Every time Bitcoin's about to hit a new all-time high, Coinbase goes down. It's like, what's the excuse? People think it's a grift. Absolutely. I know Max Kaiser does. Another cause of the token's sluggish sales may be prevailing opinion that the project is a grift or a pretty scam. Some observers have stated they believe the lack of transferability has been deliberately hidden from the buyers so as to sell more of the tokens. And although the lack of transferability is clearly stated on the website, some believe the project did not expect buyers to read the fine print. Well, that's a given. Nobody reads the fine print to anything. Have you ever read the fine print to anything? Probably not. Not verbatim, especially if it's long, right? Now, yeah, that's interesting. Now, what does it say here? Vladimir wrote, from Make America Great Again to Make America Scam Again. WLFI isn't tradable, and you only find out by digging deep into the white paper hidden at the bottom of the site. Great way to lose supporters. So obviously, a lot of people are not feeling it. Also, the buying process is tedious. Another reason for the sluggish token sales may be the buying process is frustrating for many would-be investors. Obviously, the more difficult it is to purchase, the more difficult they're going to have selling it. Others may not be sure what living in the U.S. means. How do you not understand that? It means being a resident of the United States. But I digress. Let's see what other factors. I guess that's it at the end of the day. But here we go. Even if they're willing to trust the company that does the KYC check, they may simply be unwilling to upload their documents. The overall tediousness of the buying process may be another reason. Supporters have decided to skip the token sale, even if they believe the token will somehow pay off in the long run. And despite the poor token sales, Trump continues to enjoy the support of many of the U.S. crypto community. A Trump-allied political action committee raised $7.5 million in crypto between July and September, according to data from the U.S. Federal Election Commission. Trump's opponent Harris is also seen as better for crypto than the current President Biden. They're one and the same. How can you say that? She's currently the vice president of the United Snakes of America. I meant states. According to research from Galaxy Digital. I mean, that's a wild allegation, in my opinion. They're one and the same. And it doesn't matter what she says now to try to get the crypto vote. We can just look at her actions. She's the reason we have Gary Gensler, Senator Warren, and all the fraudsters and hucksters, destroying or trying to destroy crypto. And that's just in my humble opinion. But let me know your thoughts, family. And again, the token crashed as of yesterday. It was down 93%. I didn't even look today, but I'm going to assume it's still down there. But I'm going to read your comments out loud. Let me know your thoughts. And do you think it was a good look for Trump to drop this DeFi token? Holla at your boy, and I'll read your comments out loud. Let's motherfucking go. Did they take the page out of the FTX playbook? I don't know, Greg. I don't know. Vladimir's roasting. Sure is. Salam, family. Assalamu alaikum to my brother Muhammad. I have a special request. Strawberry Moon. Well, we have a brand new Moon song that she created, which I'm very excited to share. So that's going to be the first request, and then we can do the throwbacks during the Rumble for sure. If you listened and read the white paper, you would understand it is being used to finance a DeFi bank. It is for the people to have to be debanked. What do you think of the GameFi? Could it be big? Well, I know gaming is massive. I know from having a child that is obsessed with video games. I don't know. Previous cycles, we have seen some massive in that niche, specifically the gaming niche, but it's died down since. Will it get resurrected along with NFTs again? I don't know, but I can tell you it's not going anywhere. Gaming is here to stay, in my humble opinion. And as a gamer myself, Bitcoin to 150 to 370 in play, then it will Jesus dive. Why do you keep saying a Jesus dive? Jesus resurrected. Let me correct that for you. Bitcoin to 150 to 370 in play. Then the Jesus candle to 500,000 per coin. I like that one better. Tip Tyler, salute JV, salute brother. Huddle gang, huddle gang, huddle gang. Not a good look for Trump, but he will learn there is no second best. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? He could have just pumped Bitcoin for Christ's sake. Hunter full moon tonight. That's right. The song and video that Chandy created is for the Hunter full moon. So it's a celebration. We're going to be playing it soon. 99.9% illumination where I live. If Bitcoin celestial line, let's frickin' go. Amen to that. That's pretty exciting, actually.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless.
Like Bitcoin.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset,
it's going up forever, Oracle. Shout out Tip Tyler. Appreciate the repost. There's the proof of work. Get on board, JV, with the news. Thanks, broski. Shout out Sven, Mary Jane. I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing. Cosmic Force, thanks to the Crypto News Alerts Live for following the Cosmic Force. You're very welcome, brother. I support those who support me. That's how we roll. Thank you, guys. We got 600 people live and on the stream. Let's get it. Let me try again. Bitcoin, 25,000 in play. Then it will Jesus scandal to 150. Much better, brother. And I like that guarantee. Sounds more accurate now when you say it that way. But I'm highly doubtful we tap 25. Bottom is in my opinion, at 49, which we hit maybe a month ago, right? We've had extreme volatility, $20,000 gap from 49 to 69. Crazy, right? He could have financed the DeFi bank with the Bitcoin. He will learn. Absolutely. He could have financed it himself as well. He's a multi-billionaire. So I don't think they should have used a token. We've seen this play out too many times. It don't matter whose name is behind it, you know what I mean? As Max Kaiser said many times, Bitcoin is an IQ test. Unfortunately, Trump failed. It is what it is. I don't think Bitcoin will ever drop below 58, 53 worst case. Amen, Greg. Thank you for your videos. Do you expect the peak pre or post elections? Do I expect a new all-time high before the election? Very probable. If it takes 2 weeks or 3 weeks, in my opinion, it's irrelevant. But I'm absolutely anticipating a new all-time high here in Q4. And I think 100,000 is a very reasonable target, in my opinion. And I think we hit the cycle peak sometime in 2025 because that's what history has shown us. Bad move for Trump, but I am still for him. Great men make mistakes all the time. DJT stock is a soaring. Right on, guys. Well, keep the comments flowing. Much appreciated. Let's continue with the news. Let's discuss the Bitcoin heist of the century, eh? Bitfinex hacker should get 5 years jail for the 120,000. I read stories all the time of people going to jail for 20 years for, promoting Ponzi schemes and things like that. So it's interesting. The Bitfinex hacker, one of the largest hacks of all time, 120,000 Bitcoin. Can someone run the math at, let's say, 65 or whatever we're at today, 67,000? That's substantial. That's probably billions, I'm assuming. I didn't run the math. But 5 years, that's pretty lenient sentence, wouldn't you say? Bankman-Fried just got 25 years for the FTX debacle. But anyways, U.S. prosecutors are pushing for the man who admitted to stealing 120,000 Bitcoin from Bitfinex in 2016 to serve only 5 years behind bars. Well, he must be connected in high places. And in October 15 filing, prosecutors told Washington, D.C. federal court that this dude should serve less than 20 years he initially faced after pleading guilty to one count. So I guess if you plead guilty, they're like, okay, instead of 20 years, we'll give you 5. Bankman-Fried really messed up on that one because out of all the FTX executive, he was the only one who pled not guilty when it was so obvious he was guilty, and hence he got 25-year prison sentence. But I still think he'll probably get pardoned by Mr. Biden or his administration. Let's see, though. They argued that a lighter sentence was warranted because he had no prior criminal history and has given substantial assistance that he benefited numerous investigations. Earlier in the month, prosecutors also asked the court to reduce the sentence for his accomplice wife, the greatest rapper of all time, Heather Morgan, to 18 months in jail. Wow, only 18 months for her role in laundering the stolen crypto due to her cooperation. Prosecutors said Liechtenstein deserves a lighter sentence because he laundered only 25,000 of the Bitcoin. Oh, that's it? Only 25,000 of the Bitcoin out of a possible 120,000. That just means he got caught before he can launder it all. Does it not mean that? Correct me if I'm wrong, fam. We're at 71 million at the time, but we all know today that's got to be at least hundreds of millions. I'm going to assume billions. Someone run the math. Still, they requested a longer sentence than Morgan because Liechtenstein spent months devising the scheme and experimented with other hacking and financial fraud activities, such as stealing 200,000 from another crypto exchange. The more substantial sentence is necessary to prevent future crimes and reflect the seriousness of the offense, according to the prosecutors. And while the defendants have certainly cooperated with the government in recovering the residue of the stolen funds following their arrest, it was law enforcement's intervention, not any sort of spontaneous remorse on the part of the defendants. Exactly. That was facilitated with those recoveries. Liechtenstein's conduct represents a new wave of the young cyber criminals. The normalizing such online activities might underplay the victim's suffering. Suffering, huh? Prosecutors are also... What about the suffering of the victims that lost their Bitcoin from the frickin' exchange and are still waiting to get their Bitcoin back? Let's not forget them. The wallet contains 95,000 Bitcoin, 117,000 Bitcoin cash trash, and 117,000 BSV, 118,000 Bitcoin gold, currently worth $6 billion. That's right, $6 billion would it be. Liechtenstein and Morgan were initially suspected only of laundering the hack's proceeds, but Liechtenstein later admitted to being the hacker. Liechtenstein's sentencing is scheduled November 14th next month, while his wife will be sentenced the following day on the 15th. Well, how do you think that will likely play out? Do you think he'll just get the 5-year slap on the wrist and the wifey get about a year in prison, potentially no prison time, maybe just probation? Let me know your thoughts and read the comments out loud. It's a white-collar crime. They won't prosecute to the fullest if it's just money. I read stories every day of people getting sentenced to 20 years in prison for promoting a Ponzi, meaning an illegitimate cryptocurrency, just to promote it. I saw a story today. I didn't bring it up as a feature story, but someone got sentenced for 20 years for being not a creator, for being a promoter of a crypto that was considered an unregistered security. Got 20 years. Nothing relating to $6 billion theft, right? So something to consider. There's definitely like a double standard. Depending upon maybe who your lawyer is or who your family is and who you're connected to is going to determine your sentence and play a role. Because I see you see all sorts of things, but I'm just mind boggled. They stole 120,000 Bitcoin, right? 120,000 Bitcoin. That's like probably close to 1% of the circulating supply. if not 0.5%, but it's very significant. We're talking $6 billion, not 600,000. You know what I mean? So I feel the pain for those that lost the money in the hack. That's all I'm saying. What if your life savings was in that exchange and then your life savings got drained, right? Gone. It's pretty wild. And a lot of people were affected by that. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just one person. Hopefully they get a share and a sell with SBF. We will soon see. The same day of the auction of the Alex Jones assets. Oh, wow. That's right. For InfoWars, they're going to sell all of his podcasting. They're going to like sell his mic. Imagine that. They sell your mic. Everything in the studio is the actual like house. Is it at his personal house? That's what I was wondering as well. Is his studio not at his residence? So how's that work? Are they trying to like sell his house as well? And that's a shame. Prayers with Alex A. Jones. But anyways, fam, welcome y'all just joining the stream. What's crack-a-lackin'? What's good in the hood? Close to 800 people here live and in the flesh. RL Sweezy, let's go. Jesus Scandal. Hallelujah. Yeah, Bitcoin, God's going to resurrect Bitcoin like Jesus resurrected Lazarus from the dead. How do you like that? Crypto News Alerts, bring in the A game. Thank you, brother. Bitcoin for all. Just reposted you, brother. I am following you back. Thank you guys for the repost on the stream. But anyways, dad has no option than to be orange pilled, playing this in the living room on the 75-inch. Where do you see my 75-inch pythons, brother? No, that's what's up, though. I appreciate you orange pilling the little one from birth. And I'm going to assume the wifey's been listening to CNA. So the child's been exposed to my voice via the womb. Your child may think I'm his father. I'm just playing. But you never know. Depends how repetitive you've been playing the podcast. Because they can absolutely hear your voice when you speak to them in the womb. By the way, JV, my chicken coop blew. It blew away. Damn. Completely gone. And that was from the first hurricane, right? I think it was Helene twisted wreck out in the field. I'm sorry to hear that. Poor chickens. You and my daughter both, she fainted at work yesterday, so is getting a blood workup. Oh, snap. What happened to her? Just fainted. I will pray for you both. Prayers to your family there, Diana, your daughter, and to the Oracle, and to the rest of the fam. Yeah, it sucks. No, it is a studio. Okay, so they're auctioning the studio itself. The studio is separate from the home. Still very wild. Very wild. But anyways, let's discuss this Asian wealth allocation into the Bitcoin and crypto, and then we'll break down the latest $500,000 prediction of Bitcoin along with a timeline, and then we'll dive into our live Q&A. We'll be premiering a brand new music video. We have a lot to share yet, so spread the word. Let people know we're live. Repost this. Get the word out. Headline reads, 94% of the Asian private wealth is investing or considering crypto. According to this report, how many of you are in Asia? Let me know. A new report from Aspen Digital estimates 76% of private wealth in Asia has already dabbled in digital assets, with an additional 18% planning future investments. That's virtually all of them. Jesus, maybe 5% or 6% shy of 100%. Interest in digital assets within Asia's private sector of wealth has grown since the Hong Kong-based management platform conducted a survey in 2022. At the time, only 58% of the respondents had ventured into the digital asset space. Now, the report surveyed 80 family offices and high net worth individuals across Asia, most of whom manage assets between 10 million and 500 million. Talk about super high net worth individuals. And amongst respondents already invested in crypto, 70% have allocated less than 5% of their portfolio to digital assets, though some have increased their allocations to over 10% in 2024. Rookie numbers, if you're to ask me, but nonetheless, Asian private wealth appears increasingly drawn to the profit opportunities presented by blockchain tech applications. 2/3 of respondents expressed interest in decentralized finance, while 61% showed interest in artificial intelligence and decentralized physical infrastructure networks, known as DePIN. Now, Aspen Digital also notes respondents are generally optimistic about Bitcoin's outlook for the remainder of the year, with 31% predicting a price of $100,000 by year's end. I would understand that because they're the smart money. If you're invested into Bitcoin, you see something obviously the rest of the masses don't see. And if you understand Bitcoin, you understand that Q4, the year of the halving, we go parabolic. And historically, we get 88% gains. So you already know. 100 G's, send it. The approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs have boosted digital asset appetite amongst Asian investors, with 53% of the respondents gaining exposure through funds or ETFs. This trend aligns with the global developments, as highlighted in the recent Global Crypto Hedge Fund Report by PwC. Their survey of nearly 100 hedge funds across 6 regions, managing a combined $124 billion, reported a rise in crypto exposure from 29% last year, 2023, to 47% this year, in 2024, driven by regulatory clarity and the launch of the crypto ETFs in the US and Asia. That's right. We got spot Bitcoin ETFs not only now in the States, but also in places like Hong Kong. Spot Bitcoin ETFs began trading in the US January 11, 2024, while the spot Bitcoin ETFs and Ether ETFs launched in Hong Kong back in April. So there you go, yo. They're not slowing down. I think the ETFs and the institutional money will continue to flow like a mofo, institutional FOMO. And that's something we didn't have previous cycle. Previous cycle was driven off of the retail. And that's what makes this cycle a lot different. My family in Japan, nice, fully invested into Bitcoin. They took my advice and bought at the beginning of the year. Let's go. They also sold the real estate that they had, all in on the biddy. I orange pilled them all. Well, congratulations. Well done. Your family owes you a very special thank you. Prayers from Cosmocom. Prayers to the family, Diana, from the Surge. She's the Hong Kong and Australian Bitcoin ETFs have been hype, but hey, equals a big fat 0. Hey. And look at the Nippinator. Shout out Joe Chang. Appreciate the subscription, brother. Anyone who's subscribed to the channel gets the on-screen shout out, and I'll shout you out as well. I appreciate the support. This is the #1 Bitcoin channel when it comes to a live show every day, 7 days a week. And to support the show, the greatest thing you can do, and it's free to do so, subscribe. Just like that. The more subscribers we get, the better. Thank you, guys. We have 810 people here right now. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day, discuss the 500,000 price action. But first, let me read some more comments and sip on some more ginger love.
Oompa loompa doompa doo. I've got another halving for you.
Shout out Eric the Red. He wrote, my parents have no choice other than to watch JV. I only give my parents the best. There is no second best. Thank you, Eric. Very kind words. And shout out to your parents and your entire family. I appreciate the support, brother. And thank you for tuning in. Respect. Yes. Get a Starlink and you can watch the stream. What is that? 500,000? Give me a break. What do you mean by that, Jake the Snake? Jake, are you related to Jake the Snake Roberts, the infamous? But you don't think 500,000 is going to happen? Simple, what is that? Like an 8x from here? Maybe a 9x? Someone run the math. Let's not forget, Bitcoin's up millions of % since its inception of the Genesis block. January 3rd of 2009. Let's not forget, we've already seen Bitcoin go from virtually nothing back when nobody wanted it. No one even wanted it for free 15 years ago, to now one virtual Bitcoin, internet magical money, is worth 67,000 of those fiat dollar bills. So another 10x from here, and we're sitting pretty at 670 G's. Baby. Yes, I am just reading the analysis from others because I don't just make stuff up out of thin air. Hence why it's, crypto news alerts. I read the news. However, I genuinely, and I'll stand up and shout from the rooftops, I genuinely actually believe we hit $500,000. I can't guarantee it, but I am very confident in my soul and in my spirit and in my heart that we are going to hit it. I just can't give you the exact date because I don't know. If I did know, I'd tell you the exact date, right? I don't know if it'll be this cycle or the next, but I'm 100% confident that will happen. So 100%. I'm taking my husband to the doctors in an hour, and tomorrow morning driving 8 hours to Montana. Well, prayers to your hubby. Hope he is okay. You're crazy for buying something you can't hold. That is what my family said 10 years ago. Wow. Yes, it's possible. There you go. That's all I was seeking. It is absolutely possible. Anything's possible, right? Anything is possible, especially with Bitcoin. It's already achieved the impossible. Everyone doubted Bitcoin over the past decade, virtually everyone. There's only a handful of real OGs that embraced it, like the Max Kaisers. Even Saylor shot down Bitcoin back in 2013. I think it was in December. He said, Bitcoin's going to suffer the same fate as online gambling. He was right. Online gambling is doing better than it's ever have, and Bitcoin's doing fantastic. But he was very skeptical of Bitcoin. That's just the reality. And everyone pays for Bitcoin at the price they deserve. Eventually, you figure it out, right? And you stack sats accordingly. I love Jake the Snake. Right on. I remember Jake the Snake Roberts, Macho Man, of course, Hulk Hogan, all the legends when I was a kid. I used to think that ish was real. I think my uncle even took me to like a WWF thing when I was like very young, maybe 5 or 6. Back when Hogan was like the man. Cosmocom and the Oracle. Thanks for the prayers. It means a lot. Respect. But anyways, welcome everyone. We got 900 people on the stream, so let's get right into it. Now for our featured. Oh, did we freeze? There we are. We had a bit of a glitch. Anyways, now for our feature story of the day. Bitcoin stochastic breakout puts the Bitcoin price above $500,000 per coin. Let's break down the timeline and the latest analysis. First, I want to start with some tweets from some of the analysts. Trader Allen wrote here, Bitcoin stochastic breakout. Bitcoin has the same pattern as the previous cycle. The breakout point indicates the local bottom at the root of the massive parabolic rally. Send Bitcoin to $500,000 as outlined right here in the chart. And here's another recent tweet from Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, who also believes that Bitcoin is going to be 500 G's. He wrote, I stick to my 2019 prediction, 1 trillion plus market cap between 2020 and 2024 with a $50,000 Bitcoin price. Then 10 trillion plus market cap between 2024 and 2028, between now and the time of the next halving, with a $500,000 Bitcoin. Here's the receipts. He wrote this tweet initially on June 16th of 2019. After the next halving in 2020, Bitcoin stock to flow will be 50 plus and market value of 1 trillion. And after the 2024 halving, stock to flow will be 100 plus and the market value of 10 trillion. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Plan B. He also recently tweeted like clockwork. And as you can see here, the Bitcoin 200-week moving average, realized price, RSI. So you already know what goes next. We're about to have some massive bullish momentum. Let me know if you agree with that, and let's dive deeper into this right here. So yeah, an analyst known as Trader Terragrade highlighted an interesting price breakout with the stochastic indicator. The stochastic oscillator is a momentum indicator used in TA to measure the closing price of an asset relative to the price range over a specified period, like the RSI, Relative Strength Index. It can help identify overbought and oversold conditions. In the analysis, which was accompanied by a detailed Bitcoin USD monthly candlestick chart, he pointed out the stochastic indicator has been steadily moving downward and remained confined within a falling wedge pattern for most of this year. However, the recent rally of the Bitcoin price, which was first observed in September, has now resumed in October, triggered a notable breakout from the falling wedge. The analyst emphasized the stochastic breakout coincided with the formation of a local bottom of the Bitcoin price around the critical 60,000 level. He further noted that the breakout is just not significant in isolation, but represents the starting point for what he predicts to be a parabolic rally. And according to the trader, this breakout sets the stage for Bitcoin to potentially surge towards $500,000. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Now, when to expect a 500,000 Bitcoin? Let's discuss it. The interest in projection of the Bitcoin price is supported by a similar pattern following the previous breakout of the stochastic indicator, which also aligned with a local bottom in late 2016. After the breakout, Bitcoin saw the extraordinary price surge over the subsequent months, culminating to a peak of 19,600 back in December of 2017. How many of you remember that? How many of you were around in Bitcoiners back then? Let me know. Now, going to the previous price performance, a similar breakout would be seen continuing to surge throughout the rest of 2024 and the entirety of next year in 2025. Notably, the analysts highlighted the peak of the parabolic rally at $520,000 sometime in 2026. So 2 years from now. Can you see it? Let me know. And at the time, as you know, Bitcoin's currently just shy of roughly 66, 67,000. A parabolic rally to 520 would translate to a 690% increase from the current price. What is that? Roughly 7x, family. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And as I pointed out here, can you see 500,000 coming to fruition? And by when? Do you see that happening? 2025, 2026? Holla at your boy. And do you agree with Plan B? 500,000 inevitable between 2024 and 2028. Holla at your boy, and I'll read your comments out loud. And welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. These yellow cabs are so fun, are they? No, I think the allergies. Actually, sinuses are clogged, sneezing my head off. Dang, sorry to hear that. 500,000, that's life-changing. We can hope and keep our fingers crossed. Amen, Ricky. That means if you own 2 Bitcoin, you're a Bitcoin millionaire. If you're a half a Bitcoin, or you own 1 Bitcoin, you still got a $500,000 position. Bitcoin Weekly, Stochastic RSI, and bullish control zone. All the simple moving averages are almost perfectly aligned. Bitcoin is above the 200 simple moving average. Let's freaking go. So these yellow cubbies cannot drive for nothing. All they do is get into accidents and create traffic. That sucks. Yeah, cabs suck in New York. Do they have Uber, or is Uber like banned there? Let me know. I was curious. But wildness, I say. 70 G's, anyone? Let me know. Do you think we'll hit this coveted 70,000 mark here this week, potentially this weekend? Maybe we'll do a pump watch. I think the last pump watch I did was 70,000 as our target, ironic enough. We did like a 48-hour stream. It was pretty lit. Could be my daughter goes into the germ factory, calls school. Yeah, that sucks. The kids exchanging all the... Yeah, flu. BLX Weekly is the oldest of the Bitcoin charts. Bitcoin on average goes 2 fib levels post-halving. The 1.114 fib equals 440,000. The 1.236 fib equals 3 milli. All possible before the next halving. Amen. It's a-coming.
Like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot,
it becomes the teapot. Mikola, take the orange pill. Orange pill, eh? Everyone's favorite. That's why we got the orange hat today. 225,000 end of the year. I'm digging it. 75,000 end of the month. Bring it. You've heard it first from the Oracle. Better late than never. Hi, fam. Shout out data. Melda cannot be private at the next pump watch. Didn't end well. And we need our Meldas. That's right. Shout out Melda. We love our Melda. We got East Coast Melda, West Coast Melda, North, South, hitting them from all angles. Pump watch. You looking forward to those? JV, rarely get to see you live. Have a good day. Thank you, Jonathan. Vardaman. I appreciate it. And glad you're here live. Remember, fam, tomorrow is going to be a 4 p.m. stream. However, I'm still going to be streaming for the next hour for the uncensored extended version of the pod. So we're going to continue on X and Rumble. So if you're on YouTube, rarely get to see you live. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. Head on over to the Rumble right now. We're about to premiere a brand new music video for the full moon celebration, the Hunter Moon, from Chandy. And we're going to be kicking it. So see you there on X and Rumble. If you're on YouTube, again, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Let's go. And YouTube stream should be ending any moment.